It is hard to believe that back in June, Urban Cowboy celebrated its 40th anniversary. It's a legendary movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and one of my favorite actors of all time is here right now on Nashville Insider, Barry Corbin. Nice to see you, Barry.
Well, good to see you. It's a pleasure to talk to my friends out there in Nashville.
I kind of think of you as, you're that country actor. Thinking about your entire career, you have Urban Cowboy, you have The Ranch, you have Dallas. It really, you just embody country, if that makes sense.
Well, I do more of that than I do of anything else, but I occasionally break out of that little cage,
Including, I want to kind of talk about where you started, and we're going to talk about Urban Cowboy. We're going to talk about all that stuff. Shakespeare, you're a Shakespearean trained actor. Tell us about that.
Jealous and honor, sudden, quick and quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. Then the justice, in fair round belly with good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part.
My mind is blown, Barry. This was like an exclusive performance, and I'm sitting here in my kitchen. That's amazing.
Yeah, I did that for the first, I would say, until I was almost 40.
Wow.
And then I went into the movies, and they didn't want me to do anything but just be what I am.
Urban Cowboy, celebrating its 40th anniversary. I want you to talk about some of the memories of the movie.
My agent left a message for me that I should go over to Paramount and meet with Jim Bridges and Aaron Latham, and they asked me to read a scene. I still had no idea what it was. They said it was Urban Cowboy. Well, I'd heard they were working on a project like that, and I figured that was the only scene there was. I didn't have any idea that it was a major part in the thing. And then they called me and said that the people had lost my information. They didn't know how to get in touch with me, but they wanted me to come back in and meet John. I said, John who? They said, John Travolta. I had no idea what this movie was going to be. Then they had a big opening at the Chinese Theater. And when I got blown up on that tank, the woman in front of me started weeping hysterically.
I want to talk about this special thing that you're of course, what you're trying to do. Obviously, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. It's called An Evening with Barry Corbin. When you're finally able to get out on the road, what will people expect from An Evening with Barry Corbin?
I'll come out and talk a little bit about what made me what I am, and growing up in West Texas and being just a kind of a hick until I started reading Shakespeare and all the classics and things. And I'll do a little bit of stuff, I'll sing a song or quote something or do something. It'll be different every time.
Barry Corbin, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being with us here on Nashville Insider.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Though the pleasure was all ours. Thanks Johnny Lee and Barry Corbin and Adam for those two back-to-back interviews.